Good evening, everybody. I know I got this big old cord in my face. Hope that's okay with y'all. Move over a little bit. How are y'all? Let me know if you can hear me because I've been playing around with my things. Hello, Francie. Can you hear me? Happy hump day to you. Short week for me this week. So I just want to make sure you can hear me before I get too far into this. Make sure okay, it says I'm live. So I already got the notification. Hello, Walter. So we all good? Can you hear me? I have a new system, so you can see me plain as day. I got a new computer. So I just want to make sure somebody can hear me. Hi, Karen. How are you? Can I get a thumbs up or something? Hi, Kelly. Make sure you guys can hear me. Ah, good. Okay. So I have a new computer. And so that's what my main camera is on, which is great because that way I can add links. Hi, Mom, to what we're using tonight. And then I have my camera for my phone. Obviously, I had to move everything over. Hi, Lori. But I was trying to use my mic on my computer, and it was like echoing so bad. So I switched it around quick. So it is the end of the month. So hi, Markel. Hi, Melissa. But we're still going to use the die of the month because it is just so cute. So I got a lot of stuff done and ready. And my friend Julie was amazing. And let me switch these around and got me the trays like Christopher has. She stopped and picked up a couple of them for me, which I better grab my spray tray because we need that tonight. Um, so I've got them all kind of ready to go. So I did prep a little bit, but we're going to make 2 cards, I hope, tonight. And tonight's card, I do not have a picture of it because it's on my camera, but it's inspired by Amy from Prairie Paper and Ink. I saw it like a week or so ago and I fell in love with it and I wanted to recreate it in my own way with the die of the month. Jinx, you owe me a Coke. So this is the die of the month. And here, I'm going to move my little cursor out of the way so I can see things. And I do too, Francie. She's one of my favorite. I watch every single one of her videos and I'm sad when I have nothing new to watch. So I'm kind of going back to old ones. And we're going to use this, but we're going to recreate her scene. And I've got a bunch of stuff cut out, but I don't want to show you everything yet. So the first thing we're going to do is get some Not Your Mamas. I did all my die cutting out ahead of time. That's the only thing that I should have pretty much done. So I took the Not Your Mamas cardstock and of course, I'm trying to make sure I have everything. Oh, I put in my links, the wrong thing. So I grabbed last month's die of the month, the snow globe, and I took the circle and I cut it out of the middle. And I'm going to save this for another piece or another card. And I'm actually just going to stick it right inside my little pocket here. And we'll use that on another night. So, or first another card. And then I cut a couple of them out so we could have them because we're going to create 2 different cards tonight and they're going to be scene cards. We're going to do a sunrise or sunset and a night sky. Okay. So I'm going to start with the sunrise because I want to get my yellow out of the way. We're going to use Prom Queen, Shooting Star, and Roar, which of course are my favorite. You know how much I love Simon Hurley's. And for me, when I ink blend, I think I've explained this before though, I love the Ranger Daubers anymore with oh my gosh, that's such a clear shot. Sorry, on my computer. I like the rounded daubers versus here's the flat one. I like the rounded ones a lot. I get really good coverage with them. No, Francie, we're not using Crown Me tonight. We could, but I'm not. So, hi, Christy. No Crown Me, not tonight. Because I kind of envisioned more of a sunrise kind of color, but yet there's no blue. So, I don't know. I just didn't add any purple. So, we're going to start with our yellow, and this is Shooting Star, and it's a big, bright, I love this yellow. And we're just gonna add a bunch of that. And what how how I keep track of mine is that I just put them in the lid. I have a bunch of Ranger daubers. Um, I probably have one for at least every color of the rainbow because I got really tired of switching my foam daubers. So I would buy them, and then I think there was a few that we would get in event packages, and I just kind of slowly added to my collection. Um, so we're just gonna kind of blend this out. Oh, it almost looks like a candy, cotton candy corn. Couldn't think of the name. Let's grab a piece of tape to cover my fingers up here. I just realized I ran out of post-it note tape. So I hope everyone is doing well and had a great Memorial Day weekend. Francie, I have gone back. It's not that I don't like my blending brushes. I have, the little Brutus Monroe ones. I have some mini ones and I have some big ones. But for panels and big sections, I just find that I can get a better coverage with the dome. It is, Karen. I'm not exactly sure. I have a new iPhone. I just got it last fall, but I don't know if it's because the restream that I'm using now is my computer instead of my tablet because I log in through I used to use my Kindle Fire tablet, and I'm using my computer because it is actually gonna work with this. So yeah, I just find that I can get the best coverage and the most saturation with the easiest without having to like really, really blend using the daubers. So thank you. That I have to be, it's got to be my computer that's helping with that. I'm super excited about this. I'm on the fence. I have to measure my little spot up here because I want to get a shelf to put it up on. And I started kind of Googling the shelves and I found one with a drawer and a shelf and a pencil holders. And I'm trying to decide if that's the one I want. Hi, Amalia. How are you? All right. So we got our sunrisey sunset. Okay. We're gonna put that one aside. We're gonna clean off our desks area here a little bit. Let's get our daubers out of the way so I don't accidentally use the wrong color. And then we're gonna quick make a night sky one. So we get all of our main blending. We're gonna do some shading yet, but some main blending out of the way. So I think the only thing, oops, that is not squeaky clean. The only thing we didn't do tonight is I went through my little stash whenever I use pastes and everything. I kind of keep the extra pieces if I do too much, like if I just do flat on a piece of paper like this, and I just put them in a little bin. So when I cut out small pieces, so pretty sure this is the purple velveteen glaze, but I'm not 100% sure. So when it comes to the little pieces for our for our cactus, I might not know what colors they are. I can maybe guess. Amalia, I am going to the anniversary party for sure virtually, but hopefully in person if weather likes me. So for our night sky, we're going to use clear sky, no diving, midnight snack, and a little bit of raven. So I'm excited. The anniversary party's fun. That's this is pearl, so that would have made a mess. Um, I have a little bit of it watered down, so I can use that. But I hope to be there in person. It just depends on if Mother Nature likes me. So, because this is 10 years, so it's kind of a important big deal for me. It's what I want that's all I'm going to get for Christmas this year. Well, that's all I want for Christmas this year. So I'm going to start with my light color again, which is the clear skies. Oh, and I just put my finger in it. Good thing that's going to be the dark. All right, get my finger pieces on here. And you can blend this however you feel you need. I will say the other thing I think that helps with my camera situation is I moved my Copic markers off my desk because I don't use them very often anymore. And because I use my Olos more, kind of a big deal, yes. And I put it up above, up there. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to poke you. Up there, and it's my light is sitting on it. So I raised my light about 6 inches. So it now kind of covers my whole desk instead of just one little area, and I think that helps. Like I see a shadow, but I don't think it helps. I don't think you guys see a shadow. like when I'm working. So that is good. So it's okay. You know, it's fun to go and it's for a good cause. And, you know, if you can go in person, great. But if you can't and you can just do it virtually, it's just as fun because you get to see people. And I have a little, you kind of missed the post-it note. It's actually funny thing is I think it's here somewhere. And I went to put another post-it note there and it wouldn't stick. So I grabbed a piece of paper and quickly taped it because I didn't want to shine you. So we're just gonna do this as midnight snack. No diving in the middle. So I have an idea for the virtual, but I am gonna talk to Christopher about it first. So I have just a little idea in my head. So something I want to ask about, but who knows? I'm excited. This is going to be a fun year with everything. So, all right. So we're going to add just a little bit. What is the date? The date is the 7th, December 7th. It's a Saturday. It's just that night. Friday, I think. Oh, yes. Tonight is the last night for the CYOE challenge entries. Correct. I will be drawing tomorrow, and that a lot of times it's usually tomorrow, but I'm going to be gone on Friday and I won't be able to do anything with it. So I need to draw tomorrow. So I have to suffer out Friday and sit at a golf course all day for my boss and watch for a hole in one. I have to be a witness in case they make a hole in one. So I know it's hard, but that is why I won't be around on Friday. So it's just going to be too hard. I just have my phone. So yeah, so you have all tonight. And I usually draw in the morning, put all the names in. I downloaded everything that's been entered so far so that I can get the blog post ready for Sunday. Oh, I know. The worst part is, Francie, if I was, I could have adult beverages all day. But I don't do that because first of all, no thanks. Second of all, I'd never get home, even though I have a sweetheart who would definitely pick me up. Just no. So it's fun. I tend to read a book and watch the people when they come through and work on my tan on on my feet. But my feet mostly because it's only gonna be 70 degrees. So, all right. So that was the ink blending part of our thing. So we have our beautiful little night sky. And of course, it will smooth out and stuff like that. I'm going to go ahead and blend that just a little bit more where that black was. Um, Christy, I've never just had a deadline where I've had to get something done at the last minute. Like I had a graduation party on Saturday and I made the grad card that day. And I had two graduation parties on Sunday and I made those cards that day. And then I had to mail one and I made that one on Monday so I could mail it yesterday. So, yeah, no, that's okay. All right. So for fun, we're going to add just a little bit of sparkle and a little bit of, um, of stars. So we're going to put these in my little splat box now with my little, and I like the little tray because I cleaned it out. Um, Melissa, it's fun because I don't golf either, but I sit in, like I said, I read a book or play a game on my phone or my tablet. Well, my phone. But everyone's kind of joking, having a good time, and it's just peaceful. So it's usually when I get a good time for my book, a book in. So um, I'm gonna quick. I hope I didn't. This you. I probably you lost me here, but I want to quick add. Just kind of. I was going back to look at something. We're gonna use sterling in the shimmer splash and aqua splash. Okay. So I'm gonna quick kind of shake those up a little bit. It's actually a fun time, Melissa. Everyone's joking around, and the winner, if you get a hole in one, which hasn't happened since my boss has had this tournament, there is a $10,000 prize. And the winner gets 5,000 and 5,000 gets delivered to a youth program of their choice. And of course, there's always the joking, like, if you see it, I'll give you half. And I'm like, if I had every nickel for a time I heard that. So we always have lots of fun and joking. But it is very nice to be outside all day. It's usually good weather and everyone's in a good mood. So I'm going to really heavily splatter the night sky. I'm not going to heavily splatter um the what is awesome. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's it's fun. You know, my boss got really close 2 years ago, or was it last summer, spring? Because we do two a year. Like he got real close to it. It like here's the hole and it hit like right here. But nobody has. Hi Annie, how are you? Yeah, no, it is fun. And like I said, it can be to any group you want. If you like the football team, or if you like the golf team, or if you like the track team, or whatever youth organization you like. So that was the Aqua Splash in white, and now we're going to use the Sterling, and I want to heavily splatter the night sky with that because I love the sparkle. Because we're going to do something a little bit different with the okay, we're going to set this off to the side, let it dry. I have some I already did so that they are dry, but I wanted to show you one more thing. So I'm going to quickly hit this with my heat gun, which I did not plug in because I wasn't planning on heat embossing tonight. So give me 1 second. Well, you know, it's all for fun. That's the one thing, Melissa, you know. All right, so I just quick hit that with my heat emboss, my gun, because now what we're going to do is I'm going to grab some pearl. Oh, well, yes, you're supposed to be watching. Oh, it's, you know what, Francie, everyone's having such a good time at this point, and then they get to joy. We're laughing and just we're with friends. It's just a good time to laugh about it and just joke. So you had the Polly, that is awesome. Isn't Christopher and his staff amazing? So this is just some pearl aqua pigment that's watered down, and we're just gonna brush it on our. I didn't put enough out, but um, on our background, our summer background. They are an amazing staff. I loved being out there when I went last year. Okay. And then it kind of just depends on how you want it. You know, it can be a little streaky from your glass. You guys make me laugh. From your paintbrush, but that's why I'm using kind of a bigger paintbrush to try to get it because Simon Hurley's inks are water reactive, just so you know. But you know, if you don't want the streaks, I suppose you could go this way and then you would be able to, you wouldn't mix the colors, but it doesn't bother me because the sunset or the sunrise has different colors. So I'm gonna quick wash this up. So it's, I haven't heard that. I mean, I've heard a lot of joking about it and like, oh man, but not that. So I'm gonna quickly kind of show this to you. You can see the sparkle and then just this little bit of stars that are just starting to come out. So this is where you could add some more colors if you wanted to make it dark. I think that's kind of fun too. So I'm going to make another card with this later, but these are the ones I made a couple last night and they are dry. And that is one of the reasons why I used the Not Your Mamas. I'm trying not to show you all my goodies right away. So, and there's some streaks on this one too. And this one I didn't leave it wet, so I kind of got some streaks from the stars, but I love it. So yeah, Polly, they're a great group. I love the team. So here's our our two scenes. Now for fun, Amy's car was a night scene and she did it on a blue background. So we're going to do the same thing. I have some midnight cardstock with, if you've not seen the Pierce dies, this is what they look like. They're A2 size. There's no edge to them. So that means it won't cut. It will only pierce. So you can kind of move it over if you wanted to make bigger card patterns. And this is what it looks like. I'm going to try to see. And this is midnight cardstock. Okay. And so when we put this on our midnight cardstock, I wanted to add just a little bit. And she did that same kind of thing. So I looked through my things in this. And so let me grab, I'm going to grab the link for this. Okay. For both of these. If you guys don't mind, give me 1 second. I'm sure oh, we got to move this out of the way as I'm grabbing things. and popping them in the scene here. Okay, so there's the vine pierce plate. And for our sun scene, thank you, Linda. I love blending. It's one of the things that I've worked really hard at learning. Paper makes all the world, and this is the Not Your Mama's. I used phone book, and I used the Flowers A2. This is what it looks like. So it punches out the little bit of holes, and then you've got all these beautiful flowers. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that link too quick, if that's okay with you guys. Just because these are a little older, but they're still available. That's why I checked. I wanted to make sure I included those in there. Okay, and that plate looks like this. Okay, so it's the same. It doesn't have the edge, it doesn't cut the edges. And if you look, the flowers end, so I think you could line it up just enough that you could continue the pattern. So I cut mine down a little bit so I could cut that off, because this is, for an A2. But that is our backgrounds. So this is our main card there. Now I forgot to grab, I don't use it enough, Francie. So I love it. So, and there was some others, but I think they're out. So I'd like to see some more. I love pierced plates. They're kind of a thing I like, but I buy them, but I don't use them ever. And I need to, because they add just enough subtle background. I forgot to grab a bunch of sentiments. I made a whole list of sentiments. Hers was a thank you card. I'm not sure what I want. I just know what I thought. So, but what we're going to do is, on her card, she used some mushrooms, and I am going to use the cactuses. And we're going to make the same kind of little scene as she did, but with our cactuses. I'm not going to put little faces on them or anything. Now, what I wanted to show you how deep these ridges were. Now, one thing I can tell you, I'm going to show you, there's two different ones here, and you can barely tell the difference. But in person, you can tell a lot more difference. I actually die cut it out, and then I used my embossing mat to like dry emboss and push it in a little bit deeper. And you can kind of see it on the back of these, that this one is the one this is the one I impressed. And so it's a little bit deeper than this one, but I wanted to show. Oh, Susan, they're my favorite way is just to kind of use as a backdrop. I mean, I stitched with them once, and I haven't done it again because it's a lot of work. But now, did I not cut out two of these little? Uh-oh. Do we only have one of our little background guys? We might have to do a little bit of die cutting, guys. Let's grab the rest of our little pieces here. That's okay. We can do that. So this is Cabbage. Oh, Polly, absolutely. And this is Jurassic. So you can see the difference. And this is Poison Apple. Okay, so we got all three of the colors here. And of course, we got lots of green here, but we got very colorful backgrounds. So I'm going to quickly grab some ink, and we're going to add just a little bit of color to our little cacti here. Now you could totally add the faces. I am not going to add the faces this time. Oh, yeah, that would be, I haven't really thought that far in ahead yet, Francie, so maybe we can do that. I do too. It's a fun color. So they're all fun. I mean, green isn't necessarily my favorite color. And the reason I say that is because that's my local school's color. But these are really pretty colors. So we're just going to kind of ink blend a little shading on the edges. I didn't cut the pots out because I'm going to just pretend they're stuck in the ground. And we're just adding a little shading here and there to kind of give them just a little bit of fun color. And by, you totally, if you're one of those people that doesn't want a lot of cardstock, you can just do this with white and ink blend. But I just wanted to add just a little color here and to add some depth and some fun. And I forgot the background for the one, so we'll have to cut that out. All right, so let's do those. And then I don't know which cactus we're gonna use yet. So here's a good one where I think You can, I don't know if you can see the depth of that. This one is deeper than this one. And this is the one after I die cut it out. I actually dry embossed it with my embossing mat to give it a little bit deeper impression. And the I learned that from the wonderful Jennifer McGuire, who, when she uses um, dies to like cover plates to press into the background, she will use her embossing mat to press it in a little bit further, and it makes just a little bit deeper impression. Yeah, it makes a little bit of a difference with those colors, which is really fun. So we're just adding some more color here and there because, I cut out all of them, but I didn't know for sure which of these we're going to use. We may not use the tall one on all of them, but I'm kind of feeling like I want to. I did not cut out any of the little extra pieces this time, um, which add a lot. I can do that and show you if we haven't done that yet. It cuts up pretty quickly because we have plenty of time. So I can do that yet too, since we have to cut out some other pieces. But let's get this part done first, and then we'll decide. Um, Ellen, it's worth a trip once in a while. I mean, if you can make it once, it was always on my bucket list. And when I got to teach at Create Your Own Knitting last year, that just it made it fun. I had a lot of a blast, and I was hoping to get out there again someday. And fortunately, getting to help, I'm helping with the Create Your Own Knitting event this year again. It's a lot of fun, and I'm super super excited to visit Scoozy's. And if you can't guess why, I'm thinking if my mom is paying attention, she could probably tell you everybody why I want to go to Scoozy's confection store. There's a reason my name isn't Broccoli. So, Mom always told me she should have named me Broccoli, which is kind of funny. So, I cannot believe that tomorrow, or we have 2 more days left in May. I mean, it's crazy that that it is, no, your card was super cute. It's just I was just going something different this time. I made a few cards with the faces, and I wanted to go with this. Yeah, broccoli. Yeah, she always joked about that. I should have been named Broccoli because I ate way too Yes, Mom. Brutus Monroe opened a candy shop called Scoozy's Confectionery. Scoozy's is niece and nephew, and excuse me, and I'm super excited. Francie. There is definitely, I mean, to be honest with you, Francie, vegetables are one of my favorite things in the world now. But if you ask my mom, I did not eat vegetables. I only ate raw vegetables growing up, including raw potato and corn on the cob. Oh, sorry, I was coughing. I did not eat cooked vegetables. I didn't really start eating cooked vegetables till I went to college, and I tried some, and it was fun. No, I'm super excited. I'll check them out, Fancy. I haven't been on Instagram lately. I've just been kind of, I don't know. Well, I'm not kidding you. They used to joke all the time. So this is Later Gator, and this is from the Fabulous Florals. If you haven't seen that stamp die set, um, and I just did it out of the poison apple. She used to jokingly say, "I should have named you because I lived on Mountain Dew and Reese's peanut butter cups," which I still love Diet Mountain Dew. I like Diet Mountain Dew because it has my orange juice. So if you ever wondering why I'm drinking a Diet Mountain Dew for breakfast, it's because it's got orange juice. And if you don't believe me, look at the back of the package. The second ingredient is orange juice concentrate. But um, peanut butter and chocolate, one of my favorite foods. I have 3 favorite foods in this world, and they are peanut butter, pickles, but my number one is avocados. So, all right, so we added a little bit of ink blending. We're going to put these together a little bit, and then I'm going to grab and we're going to cut those little other fun things out that I forgot, the little extra pieces. So let's get I forgot the background for this one. We got to add the extra spines. So I love the layered. I'm so loving layered die cuts. I love to layer them and just they're just so fun to. I mean, you could cut this little piece off of something colored and make it floral if you wanted, but I'm just going to leave it. So see, we're going to have it like this. And then we've got our little floral that's kind of reminiscent. And I kind of bent the floral. Oh, we'll put this floral behind. I bent that one because it got stuck on my die cut machine. So we've got our florals like this. It could be a pickle. You're totally right. They all could be pickles. And then I got this little floral here. And then we've got our cactuses here. Drinking coffee and eating 3 minutes. I drank sugar with my coffee. And for a long time. I blame my grandpa. My grandpa, Papa Maury, used to he would let me drink his coffee because he liked cream and sugar in his coffee. So I was in love with that way. So we've got this guy here. I think we are going to add a little fun to these pieces. And then, yeah, these could totally, I mean, pickles. You could add this with the grill set, make pickles. Yes, yes, yes. So I think we need to have that back piece. I think we just need this. We need the spikies. I have to laugh at that. That's funny. No, it's just there's something about peanut butter. I love peanut butter. I don't necessarily like chocolate. I mean, I like chocolate, but I like peanut butter. Oh yes, Francie, absolutely. Ranch. Matter of fact, there was a restaurant not too far away from here. That was we did an event for work, and they had homemade ranch. And I'm not kidding you. We asked them this is such good ranch. They let me buy a quart of it. Oh yeah, put those in the jar. Eggs. Maybe I'll have to do that with the extra pieces there, Melissa. I have extras because I don't need all of these. All right, I got to cut down a piece of cardstock. Now I'm going to tell you the one thing I do with this anytime I'm using cardstock anymore is I cut it down to card panels. I don't tend to make colored cardstock cards anymore. Yeah, chocolate makes a great, yes, it does. It's just, I don't know, there's something about that combination. I cut them down into card panel size because I figured that's the size I'm going to use the most. Even if I'm going to die cut a piece out, I'd rather have it as a card panel first because it's ready to go. And then I just stick them back in with my card panels in my container here. All right, so I'm going to grab my big old quick, hello, Heather, how are you? And we're going to grab my die. Since we forgot to cut some of these pieces off. And we're going to grab this piece here and just snip it off. I don't realize it was getting pretty late last night when I was cutting these off. And that's why I think I forgot to do too. Okay, so for this guy here, we need this one. I don't think it really, nope, we need this one. This is the die for those little pieces. I don't think it really matters. I think you could use either. But this is what we're going to use. And I'm just going to cut this little piece off right here because we might need 2 of them. And I apologize. I usually like to do this ahead of time. You just got home, Heather. Did you make it? You didn't make it though, did you? Time to put your feet up and relax. All right. So we're going to put these on my little die cutting machine here. And I'm trying to I'm not used to having all this stuff on my, well, I mean, I always had stuff on my desk, but I'm not used to having this computer on my desk. Well, that's not too bad, Heather. I mean, it could have been an hour, and then 15 minutes is traffic, right? Okay, so we've got that piece, and then we got this little fun piece for this little guy, and I only cut out one of them, so I only need to cut off one. So I'm going to quick poke these out if I can find my stabby tool. I have the Taylor stabby tool. They all are amazing, but I happen to have the Taylor one. Okay, and then before we lose them, I do have my little die here. Oh, I ended up stopping at Tom's mom before I came home, and it was like just after 6 o'clock here at this time. And he texted me going, "Can you give me 15 minutes to finish dinner before you leave?" And I'm like, "Start." I'm like, "I just told her I better get going, or I'm not going to have time to eat before I got to go live." And I really didn't want to wait to eat afterwards because then I can't have ice cream. I had deer sausage and spaghetti and everything bagel garlic bread. All right, so these little tiny pieces, excuse me, Francie, you won't get poked as many times because my camera's over a little bit farther. So I have to actually move it in to poke you. Boop, 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 boop. But these little tiny pieces, I don't know if the camera will even focus on it. Ooh, my hand is. Those go with this little cactus piece here, and they're super easy to put in. So all I did is drop a little bit of, you could do gems here. I just added a little bit of liquid glue in the corner. I did about half at a time. Is that, well, that's because I got close to the screen. See, now it's, for the most part, it's over here. So you're not going to see it. It's not going to poke you as much. And I just put that on backwards. Okay, get off of there. Get off of there. There we go. It's because I'm paying attention to you, my captions here quicker with the chat. You need to pay attention. Whatever your husband makes, that sounds like a winner chicken dinner to me. No. Well, and it's just I love everything bagel seasoning. And so it's just garlic bread and then he put the everything bagel seasoning on top of it. So the other day I told him I found this recipe, and so it was a tortilla that you took the everything bagel. I'm missing a couple pieces here. The everything you cream cheese, softened cream cheese, spread it on the bagel or on the tortilla, and then you put the everything bagel seasoning on it, and you roll it up and you fry it. Oh my gosh, it was so good. So I have the everything bagel seasoning sitting out. Okay, so I'm just kind of pushing these in to make sure they stay. And for some reason, I'm missing two. So I don't know what I did with them. Maybe I used the wrong one. That's okay. I don't know if it really matters. They're all cute. Hamburger boas. I don't know if I know what that means, but wild rice is one of my favorites, Heather. I should bring you some wild rice. Mom, I should bring some wild rice. Heather likes wild rice. I can get you some wild rice grown near my hometown. I have like pounds of it in my fridge or in my cupboard. It's my mom buys it for me whenever she goes up to my hometown because I love it so much. It's Minnesota grown wild rice, right from Hinkley, Minnesota. Well, that's where she buys it, but it's grown near me. There are wild rice bogs not too far from where my mom taught. Okay, Francie, I'll try. Excuse me, the FFA, FAA guy's like, can you tell me what this is in your suitcase? I'm like, it's wild rice. I promise it's not a contraband. So wild rice is one of my favorite things to make. I love making crock-pot chicken wild rice soup. And I also like making wild rice, and then I make, well, it's kind of warm, putting in one of my favorite vinaigrette dressings and some green olives and some green onions and some celery, maybe some chicken, and making a salad out of it. It's so, so good. And then Parmesan, of course, because, everything's great. Thank you. It's very fun. I like this. Excuse me, and take a drink here. All right, so we've got a few of our little pieces here. These are all left over from the last time I was using my. Hey, Francie, there's nothing wrong with that. Okay. Oh, cheeseburger steam. Okay, that makes sense. Fancy that my boss, one of my brokers, is doing hot dogs at his mom's shop here in town on Mondays and Wednesdays and Mondays, and he made a Chicago dog last week, and I tried them out. Went and got it. Oh my goodness, I was so full I didn't even want to eat dinner. It was so good. It had tomato and green pepperoncinis and onions, and I don't know what else. It was really good, but I was super full. Sorry, I wanted to wipe that up quick. Oh yeah, nopales. I've had nopales, Shirley. I have eaten nopales before. My sister and I made them once together. So I have two. We're not going to have the same cactuses on each because I have a couple different cactuses here. Where do I get? Okay, who makes it? Polly. Right now, I actually buy it at Dollar General. Um, I've bought it at Aldi's. I've bought it at Walmart. Basically, you can make your own. It's basically onion flakes, garlic, like minced garlic, poppy seeds, sesame seeds or black sesame seeds. Yeah, there's a couple of good ones out there in the market. I just buy the little dollar shaker for my Dollar General because I use a lot of them. So, ooh, that sounds good too. Oh, that's right, Melissa. I forgot. And your baby girl is home, but yet you're joining me. That is so sweet. Okay, so what I like to do is I like to kind of use this to kind of tell me how to do things. We're not going to do it exactly, but we're going to decorate our little. Oh, that's what I didn't need one of these extras. We're going to leave it. We're going to grab some of these flowers here. This is the purple velveteen glaze that's left over. I've got some yellow. We've got some orange here, and I think we're just going to add a few pieces. We're going to see. Oh, are you ducking, Francie? We're just going to see what we have for colors. Okay, I have an orange, so I can do the orange here. And then the little tiny pink, I'm going to do it like that. I want to do a 3-colored one here. And I think we're going to give a purple bow to this guy. Let's see what other colors we have here. That's yellow. I'm just kind of popping them over because they're upside down. There's another orange. Okay, I think that we got that good. Oh, that's awesome too. I haven't had no polys in a long time, and I didn't think um I don't remember if we liked them or not, to be honest with you. I don't know if we cooked them the right way, but my mom used to talk about eating them growing up in California, I believe. Right, Mom? I think Puppy's coming in to see me. I heard him barking. And that was the mommy's inside bark. I want to go inside. And then 30 seconds later, Daddy's outside. So I want to go outside. So he loves me. Oh yeah, yep. I've seen them at Walmart. I've seen them at my local grocery store. I worked at a grocery store a few years ago. In the deli or in the produce section, and then I think we bought them. I was in a grocery store of my sister's near in Minnesota is where I think we tried them then. You need a good fletch sighting. You know what's funny is if he comes in here, now that I have my computer, he actually can jump up and you can see him very well. My mom and I and sister, we tested it out last night and he came in. I said, up. But it looks like he didn't come in. Either that or he got stuck. And you know what? If he gets stuck, heaven forbid he gets stuck. We're going to pet this one here. I'm just decorating them with a little bit of the flowers here. Now there's no purple. So I think I'm going to switch this one to orange. And then this guy is going to go purple. We'll put him at the night sky. Yeah, Mom, I don't remember if we ate them or not. We made them at Annie's in Rochester before she moved to Seattle, but I'm thinking that for some reason, I don't think we were super, but I thought you said you remember you had them or your family had them growing up. Oh, yeah, that would be really good too. My dad is Swedish and Dutch, and my mom is Mexican and Indian, Native American Indian. But we ate Mexican food and we had a few Swedish desserts at a holiday time. Um, but we had lots of just family favorites, I think, too. Okay, so we've got all of those. We're gonna kind of push these off to the side. We're gonna save our pickles for another day because I think we're just gonna do two little buddies here. I don't think we're gonna do three. There you go. I mean, are you all four dogs on the sofa? Polly, that sounds wonderful. Benny, you're fine. You're good. We're just about to put everything together. And then we got to choose a sentiment. So, all right. So I do want to add this guy here because this girl here, this guy here, because he's got the colors. And then we're going to put this guy here. We might add, I don't know if we're going to do three. We might add just two. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, that fell off. Well, let's add some more glue. Stick him back down. All right. There we go. I don't know if I'm going to add three. We'll see. I might save this guy for another time because he's kind of big. Ooh, that sounds really good. Okay, so here's the basics of our card. I think we're going to put these together and then we'll figure out what sentiments we're going to use, okay? So let's get this stuff out of the way. And let's start going. I need to grab some card bases though, so let's grab those. I think we're just gonna go ahead and put this one directly on the card base without any sparkle behind them. I know that would be fun, but I think this time we're just gonna use the white card base. So when we get to, oh, Francie, I'm in love with this die set myself too. I think it's so fun. And I'm so excited. When I saw it, that we were gonna get it, or that it was coming out, I was super, super, super excited because I knew it's one that you can use. And I'm just really loving the building of the dies. Now we could pop this up, but I'm gonna just flatten it out. All right. Pop that down right in the middle-ish. I know their little faces crack me up too. They really do. All right, we're gonna grab somewhere here. I have a tweezers that I never use so that we can get some glue going on this because we need to get these guys. Share I'm on camera here so you can see what I'm doing. It's just been a super cute stamp set or stamp set. I have other ideas I want to use it. Like I've gone through my stash and looked for other dies that I can stick these puppies in and have some other fun with them. And so I'm excited to do that. And I just not enough time in the day. Like I said, I think I told you guys last week I've been toying with the idea. You make your own almonds. You actually brought your iron. Ooh, yum. The flower's like a little bow. It is. Christy. Do I have to? Well, it did decide to go across country before it came to you, right? It's okay. I was just explaining that I honestly have stamps in my stash that are probably close to 20 years old that I have not stamped. Shh, I know nobody else has that, right? Oh, that's awesome, Annie. It's been really fun. Like I said, I'm having a lot of fun with it. So I think we're going to cut this off a little bit here. Scissors, 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 because I don't want that sticking out. Okay. Now the one thing, hello, Nicole. It's okay, Francie. It happens. Sometimes we get so much. I actually have some create your own ending stuff from last year that I haven't played with. I'm going to roll this over just a little bit, I think here. That's exactly how it happens. Exactly how it happens. I have so many things that I want to use, and then I was just on a destash site, and I bought some inexpensive dyes, and um, yeah, we're gonna leave this guy right here, and I'm like, why? But I can't not. All right, I'm looking for this thing here. Thank you, Susan. Hi, Danielle. Today was a bittersweet day for you. Are you? Well, Annie, I will look as soon as we're done. Are you excited? I mean, it was fun, but yet not. All right, we're gonna let that dry a little bit, and then let's get this guy put together. Susan, I will tell you that I have been blending for a while. It's one of my favorite things, blending and stencils. One of my very first lives ever, 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 ever. I did a Facebook Live for Brutus Monroe, and I did rainbow cards with stencils and blending. But it's just something I like to do. It's fun. I don't do it as often as I used to do. I do more watercoloring and things like that. Asked her boss to put them on. That's funny. That's funny. No, no, no. We got to keep going, right? All right. So that's the midnight cardstock. We're always playing catch up. We have the rest of our lives to craft, though, right? Oh, yeah. No, I know there's definitely two releases this next month. We've got the July stuff coming, or June stuff coming out. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Oh, we got the Pride boxes coming out, the fun rainbow box. It's awesome. I'm so excited. It's fun, fun, fun. And all sorts of other little thingies. Oh, you're not a CEO anymore, Danielle. Well, then that means no one has to answer to you anymore, right? Excuse me a second. I don't know if you were looking at me, but sometimes I blow air into my glue bottle because it helps blow the air back down. One of my friends used to do that during her lives. There we go. And then I can stick the pin in it and stuff. 3. Okay, I'm not 100% sure. I know of 2, but I have been not really. I know those 2 for sure. But sometimes, things get released at the same time. I like being surprised though too, because sometimes, that is a fun way to know. Because otherwise, it's not fun when you get to know everything up front because there's no surprises. And surprises are fun because sometimes it's the thought that counts, even if you don't like the surprise, right? Like I used to I hate opening presents. And I think it's not because I might not like the present. It's just that I don't think I'm always worried about what the person thinks my reaction is going to be. It might not be the reaction they're expecting. I always am grateful for anything that is given to me, even if it's something I didn't need or didn't ask for or didn't want. Because somebody thought of me and did something nice. But oh yeah, I was a good girl when it came to that because this belly don't need none of that. My calories right now are going with my ice cream because I don't get enough calcium, so I like ice cream. Okay, we are going to go over a little bit today, guys. I'm sure you're all disappointed with that. And you're going to run screaming away in 6 minutes. But we are almost done. We got to get a sentiment. So, oh, my poor baby. He wants mommy. He's just going to have to wait outside. He's been a very good boy. Very, very good boy. Okay, so we've got these guys. I don't know. Do we want to add a third little cacti? I think these guys are just too small. I don't know if I want to add a third little cacti guy friend. I think we're just going to leave it at 2. And then this is where you can add some things like you could add a butterfly, which I don't have any handy right now. That's what Amy did. She added some vellum butterflies. I think that would be fun. Oh, that would make sense. Yeah. Yeah. You want to try? I missed something about, oh, what pretzels? I missed it. I'm going to scroll up here. Oh, yeah. I've been trying to be really good and not get those. All right. We need some sentiments. Now, I went through my stash. Sorry to stand up. And I looked through a bunch. And I basically, hi, pup, pup, come here. Well, he's inside, but I don't know if he's going to come. And I wanted, it was a thank you card that she did. I don't know if he's going to come, guys. I'll see. But we've got the thanks from the occasionals. You've got the you brighten my day. Then we've got the thank you from Sentiments of Lace. Those were the main ones I think about. I mean, I did go back. There are some older ones there and there, but I thought those were some of the ones that I thought maybe we would use. You know, there's some inspirational wreath. The inspirational wreath has some that you could do that we could die cut out, but I'm kind of leaning towards, I want a flat one. Oh, thank you, Annie. Like I said, this idea came watching a live from Amy R. and Prairie Paper and Ink, and she used mushrooms and leaves, but I thought it was really fun. I kind of like the You Brighten My Day for this one because this is a bright, fun card. And then I'm leaning towards thank you on this one. There are some good ones, yes, and it's just a real fun thing to do. So we're going to grab the thank you from the Sentiments of Lace, and I did check to see what was in stock. And we're going to grab the You Brighten My Day. And the You Brighten My Day, we're going to stamp on some Not Your Mamas and white, some white Not Your Mamas, because I want to add the white from this. And then I think we're going to add silver heat embossing, and we're going to do this one on some midnight. That is sometimes my biggest issue. That is my biggest thing is, thank you, Nicole, is what color to use. Okay, that one's not going to matter what angle and stuff it's at because I have the die for this one. I think I better check, make sure, right? Yep. All right, so we're gonna just stamp this in the black. Thank you. I didn't remember if this was a live or if it was a video, but I know last night she was live and I was like, I totally saw that card. I immediately was like, I want to make that card using, I gotta get this, I need a flat surface. I want to make that card using the same idea, but use the cactuses. And I hadn't necessarily planned on doing it live, but I thought, what the heck, why not? All right, so I've got that, and now I need some midnight cardstock, which I know, oh, this almost look like Raven. Let's see if I've got a small piece here. I do. I'm gonna cut that out. We're gonna do the thank you. I'm gonna do that in the bottom corner here. So, and I know it was in a group I saw today. Somebody was talking about heat embossing and not getting good, I will say good cardstock and getting a good coverage. I've struggled over the years, but good anti-static powder, good cardstock, and good embossing ink really, really, really make a difference. I'm gonna do our best to get this as straight as possible. Use the grid lines, that looks good. It was the mushrooms. They were cute. You know, we have a mushroom die set that came out a couple of years ago, last February with the gnomes. So if you have that, it would totally be easy to recreate it that way. But I thought this would be a fun addition. I still have a little gnomie sitting here on my desk. Let's get a quick sterling here. We're gonna get this done. You know what? It is a lot of practice, but I do feel like the biggest key is anti-static powder tool and good quality products. If you have old embossing powder, that might be one way. If your embossing powder is just not getting thick, maybe it's older and it's time to get some new. So try and get a new color of it because it can, everything has a shelf life in life, no matter what. Um, I'm gonna heat set this a little bit. And keep trying. Now, black hates me. Black hates me whether I use a pigment black embossing powder and all the anti-static powder tool in black. It just hates me. But I do like to use black with the icicle, and then it works out good. See, look at this. Talk about stamp sets we've never used. So, it looks like that's the die. I haven't even cut these apart yet. That's how on top of things I am. Now, if I don't know where my snippy, oh, there it is. I put it in my blending brushes. I'll have to cut these apart. We used this last week, and I should have cut them apart then. I don't despise it. I just don't use it. I tend to use a pigment and an icicle. It doesn't matter. It just hates me. I love it. It actually has an amazing smell. And then it's kind of weird. Might sound weird to some people, but I think black embossing powder smells really good. But it just hates me. It hates me. All right, we're gonna throw these around a little bit here. All right, you brighten my day. And I didn't, of course, add any bling to these yet. So, all right, we're gonna line this up. I really hope I grabbed the right die. I think I did. So this, you brighten, this is the Bright Days Stamp and Die Set. It was from Create Your Own Ending last year. So it's a fun little set. I used it last week with the diamonds. You've got a feather and a cherry and a lollipop and a cloud with a rainbow. So there's lots of things you can use with that. You brighten. I don't know if that was the right die. I didn't use the right die, you guys. Can we redo that? Is it okay? I don't know. It doesn't bother me too bad anymore. Okay. Hope you guys are okay. We're going to redo that. Strike that. Reverse it. Anyone know what movie that's from? Strike that. Reverse it. It's one of my favorite movies. We're going to restamp it quick because I used the wrong die. Oh, Francie, you're her know me. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. She's going to hate me for saying this, but you say nanny, nanny, boo boo. My sister's name is Annie, my one sister. She's not always on our lives. Sometimes she might watch, but I don't know if she comments too much. She's a busy mom. My kids call her Nanny Boo Boo. And or Nanny. And they had this talking toy back when talking toys were just becoming popular. Like it wasn't like a YouTube, it wasn't like a Kindle or anything. It was something you had to push buttons and stuff on. And there was the saying, and the one said, "I am the mighty Sphinx. Nanny, 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 boo boo." Yes, it is Willy Wonka. Willy Wonka. Strike that, reverse that. The original with Gene Wilder. Anyway, my kids over and over and over kept playing that little button. I am the mighty Sphinx, nanny, nanny, boo boo, because they thought it was so funny because of them calling my sister Nanny Boo Boo or Nanny. She got so mad. She's like, "Stop calling me Nanny Boo Boo." So when you say that, it just makes me think of my kids and my sister. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, and her name is Annie. Well, it's not Annie, it's Elizabeth, Anne, but we called her Annie growing up. And so the family knows her by Annie. And but they couldn't say that. It's kind of like my daughter's name is Haley, but my son could never say Haley, so he would call her Lily. So, oh, Francie, you do. We can't be friends anymore. Why do you hate that movie? It's one of my favorites. I love it so much. There's only one scene I hate, and it's the mom scene where she sings the solo. I can't stand that part. It just drives me bonkers. I, you know, whatever, stick up, chin up, Charlie, or whatever. I hate that song. I hate that song, and I love it when they cut that song out. I just can't stand it. But I love the book. I love the movie. I did not like the Johnny Depp version. I liked Johnny Depp as the character, but I thought he was really funny because he played a really creepy. But I didn't like the movie per se. I liked the Gene Wilder version better. Oh man, my dad owned a grocery store, and that was one of the movies when he had rental movies. And I remember, I feel like I watched that movie 30 times when we had it. I mean, I know we couldn't have watched it 30 times because you can't watch it that much in one weekend, but we watched that movie over and over and over again. I loved it so much. So, all right, here we go, you guys. We're gonna add. You don't even really see this flower or this. So I think we're gonna kind of add our thank you up in here because I covered up a lot of that leaf. And then we've got this one. He is his character, yes. But the movie, I like the original characters in the I like the other characters in the original. Not that I don't like Gene Wilder, but I just liked the other characters better. Like the Charlie, I don't know. I like the Gene Wilder one the best. It just is my favorite. I didn't like all the modern versions of. I think that they modernized with but Johnny Depp does. He's one of my favorite actors, and he just did such a great job in that as that character that I just it made the movie for me. But I liked the golden geese instead of the sheep or instead of the squirrels. I'm gonna just put this right. We're gonna try to make this as straight as possible. It's close enough. All right, you guys. We need a little bit of bling, right? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh yeah, he is a lovable lunatic, absolutely. And he's not too much of a lunatic with the Gene Wilder. I think he tried. He's in his way, he was a lunatic, but he wasn't quite the right lunatic. So we're gonna grab the violet shift, which kind of have the blue and the violet in this one. And I think that's the one I want. Ooh, I like the violet shift. I think we're going to use the violet shift. And then we're going to use, I don't know if we're going to use the red shift. We're going to use the light pink. Okay. I think it's because I mean, when it was being made, and it was I think it's probably because it's the type of person he was, characters he played. He had a I mean, I don't know. It's kind of a more of a dry humor if you look at back at like Young Frankenstein and some of his other ones. I mean, you can kind of see the same character in all of those, but when like Johnny Depp plays his characters, they're completely different. Thank you, you guys. Like I said, the idea stemmed from Amy, but I thought it was really fun to play, and I like the idea of doing more of these cards like this. You can really use anything to do this type of. Okay, Francie, get ready. To do this type of card, you could do any shape. The circle is amazing, and most people have some sort of circle die or punch in their stash, or they can cut a circle with a protractor and scissors. And you can use, most of us have some sort of florals or leaf dies or stamps or images that you can create on the front. And then you just add the sentiment of choice. I mean, sympathy cards, birthday cards, masculine cards, feminine cards. Change your colors up. Okay, we got 3, but I think we need more gems than that. I think we're going to add another one down here and another one here. We'll put another one here. And I'm going to put another one here. I'm going to put a couple of them on here yet. Put another one up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I actually haven't seen Frisco Kid. Blazing Saddles. I remember he rode a blazing saddle. I am a little partial. No, I'm not. Young Frankenstein. My kid's grandpa loves, not my dad, but my kid's grandpa loved Young Frankenstein. So they watched it many, many times growing up, probably before they should have, especially Madeline Kahn character. You know, they saw the Mel Brooks version, of course. Well, we put that musical on when my daughter was a senior and my son was a junior. My son played Frankenstein, and my daughter played Frau Blucher, or whatever the horse is saying. Oh my gosh. And we did it for high school. So of course, I think we're gonna add a couple more here yet. I don't like that one there. Let's add one in there. They had to, like, clean it up a little bit. Oh my gosh, we had so much fun. My daughter had two classmates that played Igor and Dr. Frankenstein, and they were amazing singers and actors. And her best friend played the trollop. I don't remember her name. The Madeline Kahn figure, and then she played and oh my gosh, it was just hilarious. And then my son, of course, was the monster. So I have that's one of my favorites. So oh, it's okay. We can all be friends. Yeah, Igor, exactly. I'm hit or miss with some of it. It just depends. So, all right, you guys. Well, we went over about 15 minutes, and I'm getting a little sleepy. So I will definitely get all the links in. I will try to I will quickly post the links as soon as we are done here in the description. I have to grab the other one, but these are the cards we made today. Thank you. I love the shimmer. You could also do a little bit of shimmer on that background if you really wanted to, but I think it's super fun. So this one is almost a copy of Amy's, except that I used the cactus instead of the mushrooms. And then this is a day version of it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, you guys. This was the last of the succulent and cactuses for now. Thank you. The conversation has always been fun. It's been very fun. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you, Penny. Thank you, Polly. Thank you, Ellen. Next week, we will be into the next release, and if I get my stuff there, otherwise I might figure out what else I might play with. So, and surprise y'all. So thank you, Annie. Thank Melissa. Thank you, Christy. Have a great evening, and I will see you next week. All right. Bye, everybody.